We're live. Just wait till a couple people get on, and then I guess we'll answer some questions or something. Airbud's up there, going on a walk. All right, what's up, guys? We got a few people on. One, Glenn, Anton, Halibu. Anton, how's it been? It's been pretty good. Well, actually, it's been really cold the last few days. Last couple of weeks, it's been raining pretty much every day, so we haven't had a lot of time to make videos. But we're going to Philippines tomorrow, and we'll have a lot better weather there. It's actually pretty good weather today. It's like absolutely epic. Got the lake and Airbud right there. Backflip on the foil yet? Not yet, but maybe we'll try again next summer. But yeah, what's up, guys? Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, lots of CWC videos coming soon. Tomorrow, Graham, me, Kat are flying to CWC, and then the homie Mike and Annie, they're gonna be coming too. So we'll have a little squad. We're gonna stay in Philippines for 3 months. So from tomorrow till March 1st, and maybe we'll go longer, but I'll have to come back and make sure Airbud's doing good. So yeah, hopefully not too much longer than that, because Airbud's gonna need a buddy. Are you gonna meet up with Victor Salmon? It's possible if he comes over to CWC. I think we're gonna stay at CWC the whole time. What's up, Dave AV? John Hale is in the chat. He's the man. He's the king on the kneeboard. So make sure you guys go check him out. Hopefully Dave AV actually comes out to CWC this winter. What's up, Aiden? But yeah, if you don't want to ask questions or whatever, go for it. Otherwise, I'm just going to walk around looking at myself. One, Glenn, loving the videos every second day forever. Maybe we'll get to 100K soon, but right now we've pretty much flattened off for winter. Aiden's from Scotland. Wow, that's pretty cool. What's up, Smithy and Steeples Wakeboarding? And everybody else claims Dave is going to CWC, and Dave's still not sure yet. When are you coming back to Revolution Cable Park in Florida? I try to actually avoid Florida for like a year, just because, like, I don't know, they said Florida is the mecca of wakeboarding, and kind of wanted to prove that I didn't really need Florida. But now I'll for sure go back. So Revolution will be one of the first stops for sure. What's up, JB? Love to see it. Can't wait for the CWC content. Keep it pumping. From Marius, from Palanga. I hope I come to 313 next summer again. That's for sure. That park is the sickest. I wish it was like fully warm weather the whole time though. How many wakeboards do I own? I'd say a lot, probably. I mean, at least 30 probably. Any chance to meet you in Italy someday? Yeah, I want to go to Italy. This year I really wanted to go because a bunch of the guys went, but yeah, hopefully next summer. I can't make any promises though, just because they just fly me wherever they want me to go. My park's, Aiden's park is closed for winter. My park is also closed for winter. Quest ATX closed like November 1st, so I've had no cable for a while unless I had to drive a couple hours. Who's got the better park riders, Texas or Florida, to get the beef started? I think Florida has better park riders, but all y'all do the same stuff. Just a bunch of techie hits. You don't get creative. Trent's pushing the limits. He's better than everyone in the world. So yeah, y'all got the better ones. Are you gonna ride your YouTube play button? If I can get two, then yes. When are you coming to England? Hopefully next summer. They were talking about maybe this past summer, but next summer hopefully. Airbud living his best life. Chapel Peterson. Can you say my name? Just said it, dude. Oh yeah. Welcome. Welcome to the live stream. How have I been? Pretty good. Airbud's doing pretty good. Airbud's over there pooping right now. He just got it taken care of. But yeah, it's been I'd say really good aside from the weather here in Austin. It's been so freaking cold. Like it has been insanely cold and raining every single day. And finally we have good weather, but I already winterized the boat for winter since we're leaving the CWC tomorrow. And yeah, so I can't ride today. I have a couple other videos in the lineup, but yeah, I just figured I'd go live for you guys today and then have a couple more videos in the lineup for while I'm on my flight, and then we'll start pumping out videos from the Philippines. When did you start wakeboarding? I started wakeboarding in 2004. I would have wakeboarded for the first time then. Most people just say whenever they started seriously, but I probably just rode on the weekends with my dad for quite a few years, and then we started getting a bit more into it and taking it more seriously after that. Do I skateboard or anything? Yeah, I skateboard a bit. I try not to get broken just because concrete, you can hit like a legit pebble and be done. But yeah, I'll try and skate a little bit of transition here and there, but nothing too crazy. Any winching plans for this winter? Not really, just because we're going to be in Philippines the whole time. But if we can get a hold of a winch over there, then yeah, sure. But once we're back on March 1, I plan on doing a bit of winching probably. Aiden Lorimer, it got to 0 degrees where you're from. Yeah, it hasn't gotten that cold yet, but it's about to, I think. When will your next trip to Germany be? They plan on sending us to Germany again next summer, so they don't have dates yet. Hyperlight will be sending us over to do a bunch of demos, but hopefully they'll send us over and send us to some parks we haven't already been to, and then some of the same ones as well, just because we met a lot of awesome people along the way. But yeah, hopefully we can try out some more parks that we haven't tried yet, just because there's so many. Watching you from Belize. Had a great wake session yesterday. Your tips helped me out a bunch. Well, that's good to hear. Belize that's pretty crazy that all of y'all are from so many different places and so far. It's pretty cool that it's not only like here in Texas or here in Austin that the videos have traveled quite some distance around the world. Oh, from Thailand too. That's cool. Look at the boy. Any pit bike videos coming this winter? I just filmed one of Talon Pemberton on his Suron. It's on his channel already, but I'll be uploading it on my channel as well here in a couple days. At my park, we use your videos for trick of the day. Oh, that's super dope. So I'm guessing maybe I'll try some of the tricks from the tutorial or something. That sounds pretty cool. Best pit bike. Maybe, I mean, I have a KLX 110, but they're just kind of indestructible. But the Suron, the e-bike that Graham's got, Talon's brother Brandon's got one as well. The Suron seems to be the one to get, and it's all electric, and you can ride it in the streets or whatever. So that's pretty dope. Do I wake skate? In the video tomorrow, I'll do a little bit of wake skating. I just had a company send me a free wake skate, so I might start wake skating a bit more. And yeah, I just rode in the cold a couple days ago in the rain on the wake skate. So yeah, that video will drop tomorrow, or no, the day after tomorrow. Almost 100K. I know. I pretty much flatlined. So we're just waiting until we can get more wakeboard videos and hopefully get us past that mark. If you know JB is coming over to a park near you, get over there. He's super personal. A lot of guys out there are too cool for us normal dudes, not JB. Get out there and meet him. Thank you, One Glenn. Where's your home cable? I guess Quest ATX is my home cable, but it's not really. It's just like the closest one to my house. Next Level Ride was my home cable, but it ran out of business. They had some family issues and ended up losing a bit of money, so the cable ended up closing down. But yeah, I don't really have a home cable. That's why it's been pretty hard for me to make cable videos in America. Quest, I got a season pass for, but there's no island there, and there's only like 4 features. And then Texas Ski Ranch, I have to drive like an hour and a half, and BSR I have to drive 2 hours. So it's pretty tough to get the cable running in around here at the moment. When is the next episode of Will It Wakeboard? Hopefully soon. Now that I'll be at CWC and I have a cable park right there in front of me and I can just go to it every single day, it won't be a problem. I already bought a scooter over in the Philippines, so I'll be able to go and pick up supplies or maybe go to the market and just pick up things and we'll try and ride them. So it'll be a lot easier to make those videos at CWC. Wake man, you flattened at 5K. Yeah, I know. Wakeboarding's only so big. My buddy Talon Pemberton just started his own channel just for riding the pit bikes, and it's crazy how much bigger it is. Like he has like huge motocross guys like wanting to like collab with him and stuff, but in wakeboarding, whenever I was coming up, all there was David OC, and he was at like 50K, and these moto guys are at like millions. So it's just crazy how much smaller of a sport it is. Why don't you join Graham for snowboarding? You could mega rip. Uh, Graham's already back from up north, so Graham only went up for a couple days. He was dropping off his dog with his family, so he can go to CWC. So me and Graham are going to CWC tomorrow. We need a slalom ski video behind the Centurion. Yeah, I actually have like really old slalom skis sitting in my dad's garage. So I mean, we could make that happen with the old school rubber boots and everything. So I'm pretty sure they're like really low end skis, but I mean, I'm down to give it a shot. I've seen some guys like Daniel Grant even ride a slalom ski at the cable, or a couple guys at the cable. I've seen them do like air tricks on a full blown slalom ski, so that's pretty cool. Maybe we can take one at the cable too. Yeah, the videos every 2 day schedule, Wake Man. It's it's insanely hard to keep up with. I mean, that's why I'm going live today. I didn't have a video ready for today, and I just needed a 2 day buffer so I can have enough space and time so I can get started once I get to CWC. But yeah, I mean, now this is my full-time job, so I can't really do anything else but go out and film videos every day, which is pretty fun, but I get a lack of sleep from so much editing. Best wakeboard content, man. Thank you, Tobias. Do fat sacks really help? Yeah, of course. I mean, the heavier your boat is, the deeper in the water it sinks, and therefore the bigger the wake it puts out once it's on plane. But you need to make sure you have like a big enough engine or the right propeller with your engine to make sure you can push all of that weight with your boat, because you can sort of pass the limit and the boat won't get up on plane, and then you can modify your propeller and then you have a little more power, but after that you'll get kind of maxed out depending on your engine. What's up, Joffrey? Yeah, I'm gonna try and keep it up. I'm gonna keep these every second day forever videos going as long as I can. What's up, Tobias? Thank you. Have you ever driven a go-kart from Aiden? Yeah, I have. Whenever I went to Grom Fest with all those little kids that are ripping, like Kane and Hudson and Parka and all them, yeah, we went into the go-kart place and ripped it up. Got the best lap time actually, but I've done it a few times with some other people, but that's the last time I did it. Any plans for the truck? Big turbo question mark from Jesse Lewis. I actually have zero plans for the truck. I just was gonna run it until it gives up, really. I mean, it was just kind of like a crappy Craigslist truck that I found as fast as I could because I was pretty surprised that they wanted to give me a free boat, and I got a boat, but I couldn't tow it with the Prius, and that was the first 7.3 liter F250 I found on Craigslist, and that the cheapest one, so I went and got it. So I reckon it might. The engine's not going to give up, but I reckon some other things are going to give up on the truck pretty soon, probably. But I'll end up having to get a new one, I bet, or just fix it. Thanks, Brent. Brent Van He. Raw clips at CWC will be really nice from Ultraviolet. Definitely, it'll be a lot easier, especially if there's a lot of riders that end up going out. If you had to pick any car and mod, what would it be? Honestly, I would probably just run all stock on any car. I mean, that's why I drive a Prius. I don't really care too much about being cool. But if I were going to upgrade from where I'm at, I would probably get a Tesla. I see a couple guys at the boat ramp towing their G23s and other big boats. I've never seen a Centurion with it yet, but I've seen them towing big boats with the Tesla to the ramp, and it also has autopilot, so that'd be pretty dope to edit videos while I'm driving. Do you have your own wakeboard design on the market? Yeah, it's called the Hyperlight Free Press, from Slime Odyssey. So yeah, it's called the Hyperlight Free Press. It's from Hyperlight, obviously, you just said that. It's a cable specific model, so it's not really for the boat, but you can ride it on the boat. And the video coming out the day tomorrow, I actually end up riding it on the boat, so you can check that out. Just forgot to pass many thanks for my local wakeboarding hood. Your contribution is huge, no doubts. Thanks, Lev Lemkov from Pike's Plays. Love your vids. D Wakes. Yo, what up, dude? Favorite Hyperlight cable board except your free press? I haven't ridden them all, and for Graham's Blacklist, I've only ridden the prototype, so I can't say for that board. But the ones I've ridden is Wishbone, Union, which those two are pretty much kind of the same, and then I've ridden a Pleasure. I think maybe a Wishbone Union shape is probably my second favorite, just because it's like just so easy to ride. You know, it's not like anything super special, but just has like a lot of rocker, so you can land heavy and you can ollie high, and it just feels really like really natural. So yeah, probably just any board that's really easy to ride. Really, I'm waiting on your pro model to arrive, but seriously, in my opinion, you're doing the best job to create a lot of good content. I'm from Denmark, so I will probably not have the opportunity to meet you. From Tobias. You might have the opportunity, depending on where Hyperlight sends us. We might end up over there, so maybe we'll get to hang out and rip together. When are you coming back to Turntable? I think next summer, just because Hyperlight's sending us to Germany again, so that will be dope. That was one of my top favorite ones in Germany, maybe actually my favorite. So yeah, I definitely hope I can go back there. Let's play a game of wake with Braden George someday alongside Graham and the boys. That'll be a real banger. Yeah, we need to get back together with Braden some more. I think he's only been in a couple videos, but yeah, he's a really cool dude, and he's starting a channel, and he's got it going pretty good. So make sure you guys go check out Braden George's YouTube channel. From Yoda's Wise Height. I'm probably saying the name wrong, but you said the free press is badass. I agree. Thank you. It's pretty good one. We're gonna miss this guy. 3 months without Airbud. It's gonna be a bummer. He's gonna be real sad. Would you consider the one wheel as a good off water wakeboard practice? Yeah, kinda. I only rode one like three times maybe. Riding it forward is pretty easy and maybe not super similar to wakeboarding, but I think whenever I was riding it switch and we were doing like little lap times in the parking lot, I think it really helps you like kind of like square up your shoulders and like just riding things switch, like even riding your skateboard switch. I think it massively helps your switch game on a wakeboard. But if you're just riding regular or normal, then I think your body's just already so used to it. But I think riding anything switch a lot is gonna help your game wakeboarding switch for sure. Favorite all-time feature? I think I don't know, really. I've been going to all the parks lately and it's just so much unit that it's just kind of boring. But I don't know, the big Q rail that they used to have at CWC, that was a really nice bank to land into. So that was one of my favorite ones, but pretty much anything kind of homemade and different and special, that's kind of my favorite. My favorite trick to do, um, I don't know, really. Just lately, just carving around on smooth water. That's been pretty fun. Most times when I go to the cable park, people kind of expect something out of me. So just like carving around, it's pretty pretty awesome. What happened to your friend Brady Patry? Haven't seen him in any of your videos lately. He rips. I don't know, but I think he sort of got let go from Hyperlight, which is really unfortunate because he was like the sickest and yeah, I don't know. He had some girl troubles too, and but I think just since kind of Hyperlight let him go, we haven't really seen much of him. But hopefully, he comes down to Texas and starts riding again because I definitely miss having him in the videos. He's like super good friend of mine, and yeah, miss having him around. He's super insane on a wakeboard. I posted my first short on YouTube 22 hours ago. What do you recommend to get views and grow? I don't know. I like one time I posted a short where like two jet skis hit each other head on. I just stole the video from another channel or another Instagram channel or something, and I posted it on my YouTube, and it did like 22 million views in a day. And then the next day, I got a copyright strike, and I already had a copyright strike from another video that I sold to somebody, and then I got a copyright strike on my own video, so I deleted it, and I don't really post that many shorts anymore. But yeah, if you get 3 strikes, you're out. So I don't know, not too great advice on the shorts thing, but anything that will kind of go TikTok viral, watch YouTube, or watch Instagram and TikTok, and see what's going on over there, and just kind of copy it on shorts. Where are you riding this winter, dog? From Lexi Kirkwood. I've said a few times already, but CWC Wake Park, we're flying out there tomorrow. What's Jacob Batterham? Shorts really suck, and YouTube should keep them away. Yeah, I don't do them that much. I end up really only watching Millie Bobby Brown. She always pops up in my thing, that the 11 from Stranger Things. I don't know why. Maybe you can do a live when you'll be at CWC to show wakeboard life or any behind the scene of editing. Man, I really wanted to try and do the world's longest wakeboard session at CWC Live, but there's no such thing as unlimited data, and I wanted to just have like a battery pack and my phone attached to my helmet facing my face, and but there's no way I can get enough data to ride for 13, 14 hours straight because they have lights at night and daytime, so I could go essentially as long as my body could last, and it's warm, so it would be it would be pretty dope to try and do that. So if I can figure out how to get unlimited data over there, we'll try and do that. Man, your how-to videos are the best motivators from Carl Jacob Topland from Estonia. Estonia. Wow. Awesome. Thank you, dude. Yeah, no unlimited data. Yeah, you pretty much go to the 7-Eleven and get a little card with load on it, and then I think you can get up to 20 GB or 20 gigabytes. I think that's the most. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's like 10 gigabytes, but I think if I was live for 12 hours plus, I think that it would yeah, not really work. And then the cable here at home, there's no way they would let that fly without getting forked. So yeah, John Hale right now, I think he's the record holder. So my goal would be to have to eventually beat him. He's the king. He's the kneeboard king, and he might be the world record holder for longest wakeboard session ever, unless someone's beaten it since he beat it. But he's in the comments right now. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Are you going to get out to the UK and ride from Bitcoin Beast? Um, yeah, I mean, hopefully eventually. I rode at Liquid Leisure before, and I just haven't gone back yet. So hopefully we can get back there. How long is the record? I think John Hale went for over 12 hours straight, and he did it also. Bonus points for him. He did the longest wakeboard session ever in public hours. So he didn't get forked, and the cable didn't stop once. And it's pretty not common for a cable to not stop in the middle of the day. Oh, 11 hours and some minutes from John Hale. That's pretty insane. And I mean, a lot of times, something will go wrong with a cable, like the rope will fly over another rope, or something will happen. It'll get stuck in the fork, and they have to stop the cable. So it's pretty insane that OWC's cable went 11 hours without a single error. So props to OW as well. But yeah, go follow John Hale on YouTube. Subscribe to him. Hey, bud, come here. Come say hi to everyone. No? What's up, buddy? Blonde or brunette? Currently, I'm dating a brunette, but usually I would choose blondes. But at the moment, I'm on the brunette gang. Airbud, Tobias says what's up to you, dude. What's up, dog? Come to the UK and get unlimited data for 10K. Airbud is the most stylish dog in the wake industry. That could be true, actually. What's your opinion on wakeboard parts? Do you think they underperform compared to the style of videos you do? I don't understand what you mean. I think wakeboard technology is maxed out. So I think they're already kind of as good as they can get, the wakeboards and stuff. So I think they definitely hold up for the types of videos we do and all the wakeboarding we do. I think all the brands kind of have figured it out. My board lasts a super long time, so yeah, I think the wakeboards are super good. What are your thoughts about Ashley going to Mastercraft? Um, I mean, it's all right, I guess. I wish she would have stayed on Centurion, but they were just having some troubles with she wanted to be able to ride for an alcohol company and a maybe a CBD brand. I think mainly an alcohol company. I think it was called Day Chaser or something. And correct crafts rules kind of like don't allow for athletes to be riding for an alcoholic brand and things like that. And I think that brand would have been paying a lot of money, you know. So she went to Mastercraft. She probably got a similar contract, but then she could have bonus added on that Day Chaser revenue. So I think it was the best way she could have made the most money in our sport. So I think that maybe it was a good move for her, maybe not. I'm not really sure. I think the Centurion Wave is probably definitely better than the Mastercraft, but I mean, there's not like a ton of brands in the sport that are trying to pay you out. So I think that that extra budget could help her travel more, help her live a better life. So I can't really hate on her for it. So congrats to her for making more money. How do you think the Australian wakeboard scene compares to the US? Seems like the young kids were sending hard in your videos over there. Yeah, I think the Australian scene, especially for kids, they have a lot more up and comers than in the US. I think in Florida there's a lot of kids coming up, but yeah, a lot of the parks in like Texas, I feel like they tend more to adults, except for TSR. TSR does a really good job with the kids. But yeah, Australia had like a super dope kid platform at all the parks, and all the kids were really ripping and sending it big. How do you think, or I like video parts, not hardware? I don't get it. From Joe Osmer. Ask again. Ask so I can understand. 100K special video? Maybe if we ever break it. We've been stuck here for a couple weeks. Um, I like watching you ride left foot forward on cable. Helps me figure out the tricks a little better. We need more clockwise cables. When do you come over to Germany next time? Next summer. Hyperlight is for sure sending us over. They already kind of said that to me and Graham. By the way, our reverse cable flat tricks and trampoline are a good substitution while having boat off season, or there's nothing else to do but relocate somewhere season lasts longer. I think that the trampoline is insanely helpful, but I do think trampolines nowadays versus 15 years ago are much, much shittier. I think that trampolines nowadays are like stagged, like they removed bounce out of them so that you don't get sued or whatever if your kid gets hurt on them. You don't sue the trampoline company. But if you can find a good trampoline where you're actually in the air and for a good amount of time and you can learn all the tricks you want to learn, I mean, obviously you're going to be able to do all the stock mobs on like the normal trampoline. But if you have a really bouncy one and you can take those mobs to mob 5, mob 7, 1080s, and things like that on the trampoline, it's so helpful whenever you get behind the cable. Obviously, it's a little bit different tension, but since you already know the motion, I mean, imagine going and trying a KGB on the cable or a Moby Dick on the cable and not even knowing what you're about to try. Whereas if you already know how to do it on the trampoline, you can probably get it done in like 2 or 3 goes. One of the reasons I'm a big supporter of your channel is the honesty about the sport. I think it's a mystery to most people. From Wake Man. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think like a lot of the guys, especially someone like Gunther Oka or Megan Ethel, kind of, they'll definitely. Well, they were super great people, not to hate or anything, but they're definitely like, oh my gosh, I'd like to thank my sponsor so much, thank the WWA, and really just like be the exact perfect like role model person for how to be a pro wakeboarder. I think that's super dope to help get you far, but it doesn't really show everyone else and like the reality of how it is, I guess. Yeah, they're super awesome people, but they definitely play the game right. Skype Uruguay, what's up? Do you think the old way of filming, where you have longer form videos with lots of wakeboarding, like Graham's videos, is performing as well as it used to versus the more vlog style videos like you do mostly? I think that, like, obviously Graham's video did super banger because I mean, the whole thing was absolutely insane. I mean, he went to tons of spots, put a lot of time into it, and the vlog ones, yeah, some of them aren't doing as good. Just because you guys have seen me a million times, it might be boring by now. But yeah, I think that a lot of the people putting out like a 2 or 3 minute video part, their videos aren't blowing up because they didn't take the time that Graham did. But I think that a vlog or something, a vlog style video will do better than the normal video part that comes out. But Graham's one is obviously special, or like something like Raph would do is something special, or Trent spent a lot of time, throwing down all of those bangers for his video. That's a really special thing. So yeah, obviously those videos are going to do banger because they're absolutely insane, especially Graham's. Have you thought about growing your hair out again? Yeah, but I'm not going to. It's like such a mission to, I don't know, get it untangled and stuff. You going for a rip today? I wish. I winterized the boat last night, so I'm not going to because our flight to Philippines is tomorrow. When's the 20th birthday? Hopefully never. I think I definitely look older than 19 now, though, but I'm still 19. What kind of videos you guys want to see? Maybe, maybe I'll go fishing like this guy. Make a video of it, huh? Bud's first video part dropping. I think in a video at sea a couple years ago, like three years ago, Airbud went wakeboarding. So that was his first video part. So maybe he'll have his second video part soon. We'll film him and all the cool stuff he does, which he actually knows zero tricks. He just lays there and is a good boy. That's it. Doing videos where you follow your day a little more and interact with people is a huge joy, man. Yeah, I'll try and get that done for you once I'm over there. 19, bro, is a baby. I guess I'm a little baby. Been 19 for a long time. Pit bikes, POV, wakeboarding, anything with a dynamic duo, JB and Graham killing it together. For sure. There's going to be a lot of that. Maybe not a ton of pit bikes, but will be a bit of scootering over in the Philippines just because I just bought a new one over Marketplace a couple days ago. So as soon as I arrive, I'll already have a bike. Maybe some tutorials about my favorite tricks. Okay, we could do that. Maybe like learning how to do tricks differently as well. That could be cool. You should make a video where you go to a random lake and ride behind someone's boat. I thought about making videos this summer, which I never ended up doing, but just showing up to different boat ramps with 2 gas cans and just having like a GoPro on my head and maybe like an orange life jacket or something, and just go and wakeboard behind whoever will pull me's boat and just film the whole thing and people's reaction. I think that'd be pretty cool to do. Learning a double flip behind the boat or something new on cable. It's always cool to see a pro learning a new trick. I did a KGB video this year learning how to do a KGB. I really suck at doing KGBs, but yeah, I've been wanting to do a double flip on the boat forever. I used to try them all the time back in the day, and I had plans on doing it this summer, but it ended up not happening, unfortunately. Go snowboarding with Graham. Yeah, I want to. I definitely want to go snowboarding again. We went last winter or 2 winters ago with Graham, and we didn't film it. I just kind of like learned how to do it, so that was pretty dope and fun. Has Annie landed her double flip yet? No, she hasn't. Unfortunately, I think she should have definitely tried more this summer, but she didn't try much more. But she got very close, and I think that she definitely will land it. She just needs to try more. I think she just quit her job and she's coming to Asia this winter, so she's going to be able to wakeboard a lot more. Obviously, before she had a job and couldn't wakeboard every day, and maybe weekends only was kind of a thing. But now that she'll be able to wakeboard more, I think that's definitely more realistic. Are you able to 360 flip a skateboard? I can 360 flip a skateboard, but I reckon it would be low odds. I think maybe like one of 10 tries or so, maybe even more. But yeah, I've done it before. I don't know how many tries it would take me to do it again. Come back to Velocity or Wake Island. I definitely want to get to California. I think that Velocity is super sick, and I only went to Wake Island. I showed up and I didn't even ride there, so I really want to go there and actually wakeboard instead of watch a contest. Ever wakeboard in the ocean slash surf? I haven't yet, but I want to take the rewinch there. I think it'd be pretty cool to carve some waves with the board. Wake snow. That's a good idea. I have a 1981 Ski Nautique and always thought a cool video would be can JB showing that you can still do cool stuff behind any boat. That would be awesome. We did a couple videos with Dano the Mano on his. I think he has a Ski Brindella. Maybe he has a Ski Nautique or something now. It's like a super old school boat. So yeah, I mean we could still do quite a few tricks. I think I did like a tangent of blind, no tower, a couple fives and stuff like that. People back in the day used to do it pretty big. They put fat sacks in them back then though. We were running all stock Ski Brindella, but yeah, John Dreiling is kind of ripping in the mini wake gang. What's been your favorite video to make so far? I think just like my favorite videos to make are where I just show up to the cable park and bully people into trying new tricks. I think that's the most fun, especially like watching other people succeed and like learn something new and see their hype. That's always awesome and really fun. I almost think it's more fun to see other people progress than to like progress myself. I think it's I don't know, even on the pit bikes too, like we'll hit a jump and then the next person will hit it. Come on, you like bully each person to do it. So I think that those are kind of my favorite. And also it's really fun to watch people crash too, which is pretty epic. Is your dad pumped about 2024? Oh, I bet. I bet. Fully he would be. Coaching people top. Yeah, I definitely like coaching people. I don't really run like a coaching program or anything. I just normally just show up to the cable park and try and help people with tricks for free. I don't really, yeah, I don't ever plan to like kind of do like private coaching or anything just because I don't know. I think that that should be something that people should learn for free and should I don't know. It'll help the sport grow instead of like charging people. How would you name your own wake park? If I had my own wake park, I don't even know if I would give it a name. If I would have my own wake park, I think I would just have it to myself for me and my buddies. Maybe let some other people in, but I don't think it would be public. Maybe it would. Maybe it would be public and we could have a name for it. But I'm not sure. Thought about thought about buying Cajun X cables, but I reckon the market's about to crash real hard here pretty soon next year. So maybe that'll be realistic. I'm not really sure yet. Any plans to wakeboard on some lake in Austria? Greetings from the Addersee. It's magical here. From Lucas Petrich. I think that we could end up there, especially if Hyperlight sent us over. I think we could end up riding over there for sure. Airbud. Let's see if we missed anything up here. What kind of level of wakeboarding are you guys on? Are y'all beginner, intermediate, like pro level? Like, can you do 720s or like where are y'all all at? Are you and Graham gonna try to go to a cable tour where you guys try and hit all the parks again? Maybe in the U.S. I hope so. I really wanna try and do another lap around the U.S. in my Prius before the car gives up. But yeah, definitely hope to do that. The guys from Lunar Wake Park in Spain will be happy to have you and Graham for a week or more. Yeah, Lunar looks super dope. The only thing I don't like about Lunar, I haven't been there yet, but there's no island and it looks insanely windy. But on a non-windy day, the park looks amazing. Slime time. Intermediate rider just started this year and landed your first backflip this weekend at Velocity. That's sick, dude. Say what's up to Trevor over there or Little Sunday. Those are the homies. John Hale can do a fashion air. He thinks it's pro level. I agree. I think that is next level from John Hale. Lucas Petrich, 360s at the cable, hit all the obstacles and a couple flips. That's pretty dope. Intermediate, trying to get a tantrum down from Big Sky Rasta. Broke your shoulder trying this last summer. Bro, bummer. How do you even break your shoulder doing it trying a tantrum? That seems gnarly. You must have hit hard. I've got a very clever idea concept for you, JB, from Bim Paula. I've never seen anyone do. It's doable, and I bet it would be a blast. It'll blast your channel into the the stratosphere. But I heard you won't. All right, well let's hear the idea, Bim Paula. Maybe I will. Sunday is the boy, always there. Little Sunday is the man. If you guys don't follow him on Instagram, make sure you do. One Glenn. I am the pro of my in-laws' lake, the only wakeboarder on the lake. Haha, I love wakeboarding, but I suck at it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with people that suck at wakeboarding. There's a lot of them out there. I'm not the greatest either. I mean, I can ride okay, but I'm no Trent Stuckey. What wakeboard do you recommend for a new rider? Um, on the boat, I think go straight ahead and get a Murray, just because you can be a beginner and then progress into it. A state is great also. And on the cable, I really think any of them really. I think my board is it's a bit expensive, but it's for sure super good for beginner all the way to pro, so you can progress all the way through it rather than like kind of riding a beginner one and then maxing it out. So the free press is a good one for cable, but there's also a lot of other options out there. There's a Ripsaw. I think that's one of the cheapest in the line. Graham's new ATV is pretty cheap in the line. I think like a lot of the marketing for the wakeboards that say this is a pro wakeboard, this is a beginner wakeboard. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like maybe a scam, kind of. I shouldn't say a scam, but I think that a beginner would have no problem getting up on a pro level wakeboard, or a beginner would also have no problem getting up on a beginner level wakeboard. So, but I will say the pro one could take you a little further. So, if you get the pro one, you can grow into it and it'll last you a bit longer. Video idea: at 100K, ride your YouTube play button from Raw Red Rum. Um, Yeah, I wanna do that. It's if they can get me if it's any way I could, like, purchase a second one, then I would definitely do that because I don't wanna ride just the one. If I lose it, then it's gone forever. I'm wakeboarding since 2 years now. I can do some basic tricks. Greetings from Germany, Langenfeld. Wow, that's pretty cool. Everyone's from so far. Are you not going to the Philippines this year? Yeah, we're flying. Alden, what's up, dude? Yeah, we're flying to CWC tomorrow. So we'll land in Manila, and then we're going to stay the night in Manila and then fly to CWC the next morning. From Abdullah Aquartas, I can do air railie left foot and trying to do it switch now. I really suck at doing it switch. I can, but I'm not great. Are you snowboarding? For me, wakeboarding is like the summer training, and now I realize I have to relearn a lot in the snow park, but I'm on a whole different level now. Yeah, I snowboarded maybe twice, maybe 3 times. Now my first time kind of was with Graham this winter, but yeah, I'm not doing it a whole lot. I haven't done it in a couple of years, I don't think. So, yeah, I don't do it a whole lot, but if Texas had snow, I definitely would. You should make a video. Oh, from Lucas, greetings from LA. You should make a video or an overview of the new free press. I've seen people demo it, but an in-depth vid would be awesome. There's a couple on my channel. If you want to go check it out and scroll back, there's a few going over the free press. Love your channel, bro. Keep hearing rumors of a cable park opening here in Montana, which would be rad because I've never been to one. Damn, that's super dope. I mean, I don't really know if I'm pretty sure MT stands for Montana, but if it is, we'll make our way up there. We'll fly out there. For the life of me, can't stick a 180. Keep sliding out. Should I learn a certain way when landing to be more stable? Heel side, front side. Ride switch a lot and learn edging on your toes switch away from the cable or away from the boat. I don't know if you're riding cable or boat, but ride switch a lot and learn to ride edging on your toes switch and then do the 180 and making sure to get your chest over your toes to land your 180. Wake Snow, is Kat going with you? Yeah, Kat's flying over to CWC tomorrow with me and Graham. So we'll be in the Philippines for 3 months. How long are you going to stay at CWC? 3 months. That's right. You should do a video on Shark Wake Park down in West Palm Beach, Florida again sometime. Yeah, I definitely want to. There's a couple kids out there that are insane ripping. That Colby kid, wow, he's insane. When are you coming to South Africa? I really want to. I know a few kids down there that are riding down there, but I don't know if I'll ever make it. But if Hyperlight sends us, or if a cable park or a boat dealership or something asks for me to head over there, Hyperlight might have more incentive to send me that way. So if you can make that happen, that'd be pretty dope. Um, Dynamic duo back in action full time. Look forward to following your travels. Thanks, one Glenn. We're gonna be riding a lot, I hope. Stopping by Thai Wake Park after CWC. I don't think so. I think after CWC we're gonna fly straight home, just because I have to make sure that this guy right here has someone to hang out with, because he's gonna be a pretty sad boy for 3 months. He has no idea I'm leaving tomorrow yet. If he understood English, he'd be pretty sad today, I think. Airbud, hey. How are you paying for the boat and the gasoline? Even for the people here in Austria, directly at the lake, it's super expensive. Like millionaires' hobbies expensive. Is there such a big difference in the U.S.? They gave me the boat for free. So, and then the gasoline here is right now is $2.79 a gallon in Austin. So it's not that crazy expensive. Like I think if I put like $100 in, I could probably like pull 4 or 5 people. So it's not insane, especially if some people bring some gas and stuff. Yeah, the boat is sponsored. Yeah, I didn't pay for it. They gave it to me for free, which is insane. I can't even believe it. Like I remember that when Centurion called me and they're like, "Hey, so like, do you want a boat or what?" And I was pretty mind blown that that actually happened, because now I have a $250,000 boat sitting in my driveway that I didn't pay for, which is pretty dope. What do you think about boat comps like Waterfest? I never heard of Waterfest. A Wake Fest I've heard of. Which one? That one looks pretty dope. But like the pro wakeboard tour, I think is pretty lame, honestly. If you look at some of the contest feeds, because they live stream it, and you look at the shore, there's literally no one standing on the shoreline. Like if I were running those events, I would bring out like 6 kegs and put up free alcohol everywhere, or give away, maybe sell like $5 wristbands for unlimited beer or something, because I think that would pull a lot of people out. That would be a great attraction for people. I don't really drink, but I know people I know people love that. So get a lot of people out of those events and watching, getting some eyes on the sports. Do you plan to do a trip to Spain? I hope so. I mean, a lot of rippers are coming from there. I'll probably run into some of them at CWC. Dude, that's awesome. It's like €2 a liter that where you live, Lucas. Yeah, I know. Whenever I went over to some of the other countries, the gas was insanely expensive. Even just Australia, I was just there and it was quite a bit more expensive. And the boats are more expensive in the other countries. I mean, they're built here and they're gonna have to be shipped across the ocean over there. So it's like a huge expense for riding boat over there. That's why I think cable is so much more popular in countries like Germany and stuff, because you know, I mean, it's a lot harder to get a boat over there. The boat is built straight down the road, some of the boat companies from me, so it's a lot easier to get it here. Big Sky. Also appreciate your tutorials. My 10-year-old got into wakeboarding last year and they've helped us both progress a bunch. Damn, that's dope to hear. Sick. Um, where is CWC this year? It's in the same spot. Naga, Philippines, Pili, Philippines, and Camsur. It's a comp running in Arthas, a 2.0 tower waterfest that is the second year. Heaps of the pro riders. I don't. Maybe I've heard of it, but I don't. I'm not sure if I've heard of it or not. Best wakeboarding country. Oh man, it's hard to say. Like, I really like Germany, but man, it's just like pretty cold. Like the cable parks are so dope, but it's pretty cold. Lithuania had the best. I will say Lithuania had probably the best cable park, but it was too cold for my taste still. Like I like going outside and I like getting sunburnt in the shade. That's what I like. So like I would definitely prefer to ride like a crappier cable park with better like weather. But I will say that 313 probably has the best cable park in the world. They have the three cables and the beginner one, intermediate one, and the pro level one. They're all super awesome. The beginner level cable at 313 is actually a better cable park than my closest cable park. So that place is doing it right. Um, Stop bullshitting, bro, and just do those pro wakeboard tours for F's sake and get your name out there, bro. Who gives a F? Can't say that Hyperlight wouldn't pay. I mean, I wouldn't call it BSing. I think that no one goes to the pro tour, and I think that it is not marketed very well. I wouldn't really call it BSing. It's kind of like the truth. But yeah, I'm sure Hyperlight would probably pay for me to ride in it, but I would get absolutely annihilated by some of those boys also. Um, JB, come to Poland. We almost went. We almost went last summer, and then it got turned around. But I think it's probably going to happen this next summer for Poland. Since the biggest obstacle companies are from Germany, I think, will you design some obstacles, or have you done some already? I have a pro model obstacle with stacks features, but I don't really ride for them. But some, yeah, I have a feature with them for some reason. But yeah, with unit, I don't, I just don't really. I'm not a huge fan of the whole obstacle company thing. I think it's cool, but it's $8,000 for a Unit XL kicker, where you can build the same kicker for like $1,000 or $800. So it's just it's just so crazy because I see cable parks run out of business and things like that. I think those companies are great for like so you don't get sued and don't get caught on a screw or something like that. But the prices on them are so insane that I think it's some of the companies here, the cable parks here in the U.S. They end up having a hard time in business. So I'm not a huge fan. I don't know if I'll ever really want to have a feature with a company like that. Maybe they would want to do that with me, and I would. But right now, I think the pricing is so high that I don't know. I think I really prefer the homemade features. Do I like Nautiques? Yeah, sure. I like a boat from most of all the brands. Maybe a couple of them I'm not a huge fan of, but I really enjoy the boat I have. I have a Centurion RI 230. It's just super great for going out and running stock ballast, and the wake's just super good out of the box. So yeah, can you? But yeah, I do like Nautiques. I like I like pretty much all the brands, but I do enjoy my boat quite the best, to be honest. Can you do a 720 switch? Yeah, of course I can do all of the 720s. I can see my house in the background. Oh, really? Are you one of these ballers over here, or are you living over in the? Are you living on the ghetto side like me? In Germany, we say there's no too cold weather. There's just bad clothes. Yeah, yeah. I think I like just riding in skin. I'm not trying to put on a wetsuit every day. Might as well go snowboarding at that point. Wakeboarding only in summer. Hee hee from Maja. Hello from Colby Stein. JB, come to Holland from Whack Hell. I'm definitely wanting to go to Holland. It seems dope there. I have some friends from there too, and it looks really cool. Thoughts on Pedro's Guara board? Oh, I think Pedro's new board looks dope. I think the shape looks super dope. I kind of asked for some similar things with the nose and tail on on mine originally, and it has what I was thinking at that time. So I think that Pedro's board is going to be a top seller for sure. It looks dope. Ever been to Hypnotics? I have not been yet. I really want to go there. It looks like the park features are pretty dope. Not like the super sickest, but like looks like it's a super cool place to hang out. Um, Gutter Sprutch. I don't know what that means. What kind of boat should I get from Colby Stein? Um, I mean, it depends on your budget. I like my boat, the Centurion RI 230. You could check out one of those. If it's not in your budget, you could probably check out the used market. But yeah, I'm not sure what kind of budget you have and what you're looking to do. Wake surf, wakeboard, and yeah. So there's all sorts of different boats and different models for different people. Are you gonna come down to Florida anytime soon? I bet after I get back from Philippines, we're gonna do Florida at some point. JB, will you come to Holland? Our level is pretty high, but the sport's small. Yeah, I replied to a comment earlier from about Holland, and we for sure want to get out there, and I hope Hyperlight can send us. What about the durability of the self-made features? But you're right. Also, the company features kind of streamline all the parts in the same way. So something I've noticed with like the durability of like the unit features is that it's the absolute best. It lasts forever. So if you're trying to have a park and you want to have your features last for all of eternity, the unit features are the best, 100%. But a lot of people here in Texas, especially, like a lot of the cable parks, they don't really change the layout a ton. So people will get kind of bored of the park or bored of hitting the same features all the time. And I feel that like on the homemade features, they'll eventually like start to break. So you'll rip it out and then you pull the plastic off and you can use that plastic again and rebuild a new feature. So yeah, it's I don't know, it's pretty good. So I like that it'll change more often because if that feature gives up eventually, they'll just put in and build a new one. Have you ridden behind a Heyday? It's more in my price range for a boat, but I don't know anyone who's ridden behind one. I haven't ridden behind one, but I don't think it's like the greatest, really. I know that Mike Dowdy does like Moby Dick sevens behind them, but Mike Dowdy could Moby Dick seven behind anything. You know, he's insane. But I don't think it's necessarily the greatest. It might be a better option to get a boat from the used market than to get a Heyday. So, but I mean, you might as well go try it out and see what you think. Because maybe I'm wrong. I've never ridden one, so I could just be talking trash. The boat might actually be great. So I wouldn't knock it until you try it. So go try one out, and if you like it, then I don't see a problem with it. But I think maybe in my opinion, just from what I've seen, I think maybe it's a better idea to go to the used boat market and get something around the same price. Will you come down to North Carolina anytime soon? Yeah, I hope we get over there again because some of the parks over there are dope. What are your GoPro settings for your slow mos? I film almost everything in 1080, 120. I don't film any 4K just because it takes up a lot of space for the vlogs. But yeah, 1080, 120. Do you think global warming will boost cable wakeboarding in the future? I mean, I hope so, right? I mean, I hope global warming makes Lithuania the warmest country in the world because I would move there tomorrow. Best park in southern Germany. I really liked Turncable a lot. It was awesome, but there were other ones that were great too. Ashheim was great. Um, there was a bunch that were great. Honestly, there's so many good features out there. I mean, some of the parks were home built. Some of the parks had super dope unit features. Also, I know I trashed unit pretty hard earlier, but I'm not saying they don't have good features. I just find that the angles are similar at every park. Um, I've got 20K to spend from Colby Stein. I would just go straight to the used market, man, and put a new propeller on a boat and get some fat sacks for the boat. And yeah, I mean, 20K isn't that much for the market right now, unless the boats are dropping in price after this whole COVID price thing. But yeah, I think the used market would be a better deal than the heyday. Hello, JB. Can you try to come to Denmark, but not right now because it's cold, but in summer? Yeah, someone asked that earlier, so hopefully Hyperlight will send us. It's not guaranteed. Caden Pierce, you're not getting a boat for that. I don't know what you're saying. You need at least 120,000 to 120,000 to get a decent wakeboard boat. I don't think that's true. I think that you don't need 120,000 to get a decent wakeboard boat. I think that if you go find an older model, I don't know, X-Star or Wakesetter or any, like say 2005 years, if you were to find an older model like that and that has a big engine, like the 8.1 liter engine, or you know, mid engine size, like 400 plus horsepower PCM engine. So any old boat with a bigger engine, then you could compete with some of the newer boats with the smaller engine. So I think, yeah, you could definitely get a super dope wakeboard boat for under 120 grand. For sure. You could get a super dope wakeboard boat for 40,000. For 40,000, I bet you could get a super dope wakeboard boat. As long as you get the big engine, you make sure you have a great propeller, should be insane. But yeah, really engine size is what you need, because the more weight you can put in the boat, the bigger your wake can get. So yeah, you don't need 120K to get a decent wakeboard boat. What's the best wakeboard for 500 euros? Get on that Hyperlight free press gang. But if you're riding on the boat, hop on a Murray. Philip Koenig, what's up? Caden Pierce, 120 Murray board. JB ONeill, do you like men? Definitely not, but I have friends that are men. I'm a big fan. Just got my first wakeboard this week. Sniped on the Black Friday week. So hyped for spring. Congrats, Kariri. How are you celebrating 100,000 subs? I didn't even plan to celebrate, but maybe we'll do something. What's the track called you have in your videos? It's a sunny day. It's a sunny day. Track. I don't know, like a pit bike track? My buddy Mike has one at his house, but I don't. Maybe you meant the cable. It's called Quest ATX. Thanks for a lot of your honesty. I love to see, or I have to leave. Continue your how-to videos and visit Austria. All right, peace out, Lucas. Do you do anything special to save your knees? So I have a really good suggestion for saving knees. Is that if you're, I mean, I don't know if it's, you might have to be a certain level to reach this point, but if you're out of control and you know that, oh wow, this is going to be maybe like a really heavy landing, or like I'm not going to land exactly perfect from really high up, I personally, I will just butt check on purpose. I will just land and drop my ass in the water. So like my back and butt will like take the impact on the water rather than my knees. And then next lap, I'll go again. And if I'm really high in the air and I know I'm going to land perfect, then I'll bolt land, bend my knees or whatever. But butt checking is really a nice way to like save your knees. So that's a little bit of advice. Yo, what's up, Sam Waterhouse? I got your board. It's great. Congrats, Skygate. I like the board too. What do you think about slingshot cable wakeboards? I think that I think that all the brands make great boards. There's nothing wrong with any of them. They all have wood in them. All of them have a grind base. I do like personally like the shape I ride, the Hyperlight Free Press. It's my favorite, and I also think that Hyperlight supports their brands. They support their riders really well, where maybe Slingshot doesn't support their riders as well as Hyperlight. So I try and just maybe have people try and support the brands that support the riders. So yeah, I know Hyperlight treats us all really well, so it'd be a good brand to support. I think all the wakeboard brands are pretty great though, and I think Hyperlight is maybe a little bit ahead of some of them, but yeah, Hyperlight's my favorite. So yeah, they support me, and maybe you'll end up supporting them too. Do you snowboard? I've gone over that a bit. I've gone probably 3 times now. I went for the first time a couple of years ago, pretty much. Front side or backside? I like spinning front side on the boat and backside on the cable. Have you heard of SPLS Wake Park in Lithuania? It will be the biggest system in Lithuania next spring. I haven't heard of it yet, but that sounds super dope. I'm pretty sure we'll head out there again, so maybe we'll get to check it out. Your vids have helped me over the summer. I broke my back and could not ride this year, so watching you was one of the best things to keep me busy and still enjoy the sport. Well, awesome. Thank you for watching. It's really unfortunate you broke your back. I hope you heal up and can ride again soon, Sam Waterhouse. Who would you like to get sponsored by if you had no sponsor? I'm not allowed to say Hyperlight. Honestly, like if I ever got kicked off from Hyperlight, I would like to ride for nobody. I think it would be I mean, I don't want to go ride for nobody, but I think if I ever got kicked off, I would not re-sign with anybody. I think it would be really cool to be able to mismatch like one brand's boots with another brand's board, or do all of like reviews on every single brand board, and I could I could be like, "Oh, this board legit sucks," or "This board is amazing," or "These bindings suck." I could legit just bash every brand or hype up any brand I want, and I think it would be cool to ride for no one if I ever got cut, because then I could literally do whatever I want with whatever board and make whatever content about whatever board. Maybe cut them open and see what's inside of them. But yeah. So if I were to get sponsored by anyone and I'm not allowed to say Hyperlight, I'd say nobody, because I think it would be really dope to be a free agent and ride mismatched brands. I think that'd be very cool. What do you think of BMX racing? I think it's pretty dope. I mean, I like moto racing is like my favorite thing to watch. I don't really watch a lot of wakeboarding, so I think that I don't know, racing kind of sports are something I'm kind of into. I've just never really watched BMX racing. I like the way you also show wake surfing and foiling. It shows you're open minded, and I like the way you show women riders, etc. You're inclusive. It's cool. Yeah, I try and include everyone. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool guys in wakeboarding, like cool guys, where they think they're super dope, or they dress all like hardcore or cool or whatever, and that's sick. They have cool styles or whatever, and they have their own thing going on. But I also think that the sport is definitely about fun and including everyone, because there's no way it's going to grow by just being the cool guy. So yeah, I try and appeal to everyone. What do you think of Ronix and Slingshot? I mean, they're just another wakeboard brand. There's nothing wrong with them or anything like that. I'm sure the boards are great and the boots are probably great, but yeah, I mean, ride whatever brand you want. I suggest Hyperlight, but if you want to ride those brands, I'm not going to have a problem with you. What days do you go on Lake Austin? I'd like to go every single day, but if I went every single day, I would be broke. Man, I put a lot of gas in the boat, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I just try and go whenever I have a video idea, and I'll just go out there. There's no real schedule, or whenever my friends can get off work. Definitely Sundays and Mondays. Most of my friends are off, so those would be the most common days I would go on Lake Austin. Sundays and Mondays. You should go. You should come back to Miami Water Sports Complex. I definitely want to. The vibe there was dope. Lake Travis or Lake Austin? I'd say Lake Austin, but whenever Lake Travis is like this, actually it's kind of windy today, but whenever Lake Travis is good, I for sure will pick Lake Travis over Lake Austin. But Lake Austin's almost good every time. Where I put in at Steiner. So I really think it's a lot less frustrating when you go out and it's not super windy. So I usually choose Lake Austin. Can I come ride with you next summer? And down here in San Antonio and Canyon Lake is drying up, from Ginger Yaki. Yeah, you definitely can. I mean, hit me up, be like, yo, I want to come out, throw down some gas, and let's go. I mean, I'm not gonna like charge you a crazy Ashley kid $900 an hour. You can come out, just put a little bit of gas in the boat, and we'll go. What was the hardest trick for you to learn? Tell us the story. I think the heel side, front side 360 was the hardest trick for me to learn. I was a boat rider first before riding cable, and I learned a Whirlybird, a Tootsie Roll, a Chromo, before I learned a heel side front side 360, because for some reason I could not do a heel side front side 360. And I probably tried 1,000 times, and people would tell me to put the handle in my other hand, and I just wouldn't do it. And then finally I just did, and then all of a sudden I I landed it. But and then you know I could spin after that. But yeah, it just took me so long to learn a 360. I have no idea why. Um, Cable or boat? I'm actually really hyped on going to ride CWC here in the next couple days. So right now I'm gonna say probably cable, but in summertime, whenever it's just like warm weather and I have a lot of friends on the boat and it's just like super good vibe out there, I definitely like the boat more. But right now I am pretty hyped on going to CWC because I haven't had like a place I could sit down and ride and practice every single day or film every single day. So I'm pretty hyped on cable at the moment. TF, greetings from Germany. What's up, dude? What's up, Charlie Wakeboards? For a beginner cable wakeboarder, would you recommend your low back system or maybe just boots with the inner? I have only tried open toes. I think I think the system is great, especially for cable. Like I ride just the normal boots on the boat because I don't need to walk back to the boat every time I fall. But at the cable, I think the systems are epic. You can pop them off super fast, walk back to the dock. I think the boots with the inner is dope. Also, I've ridden some in the past whenever I was on a different brand, but dude, the system is just so fast. Like honestly, I really enjoy how fast it is. So I definitely recommend the systems. What made you start wakeboarding, and how old were you? I started wakeboarding just on this lake right here, actually. Because we'd go out kneeboarding and tubeboarding, tu- kneeboarding and tubing all the time when I was a kid, and we had like this little crappy dinghy boat. It was like a Sea Ray something, and there'd be other people out there wakeboarding. We actually kind of thought it was stupid because everyone would fall so much. Why would you just want to go out there and fall the whole time? Is what we would kind of think. And then, yeah, I don't know. Eventually, that same little dinky boat that we had a free wakeboard that it came with. It had like sandal strap binding. So we're like, you know what? Let's just try it. I mean, why not? And we tried it. I hated it. And then I didn't do it for maybe another year. And then my buddy had like a legit wakeboard and I tried it on his boat. And then I enjoyed it. And then I started wakeboarding. I was 14 probably. Are you trying to come to Wake in Zarasai in Lithuania, like 2.5 hours from Wakeway? I would really like to go to all of the cables in Lithuania. So if we get over there again, I definitely want to get a city B and drive as many places as I can. Favorite unit obstacle? I really like the West Rock one. Really, it's pretty cool. I like any of like kind of the swoopy ones or anything that you can kind of transfer on. I really like how the unit has those ones made. They have really good dimensions for like how big the gap is. A lot of times that is a problem. That's where I can hate on the homemade obstacles is if the wrong person home makes it, they usually make the obstacle too small and then it's kind of a bummer. And a unit definitely usually makes it big enough. I've always wanted to ride boat, but I never had a chance. I think 6 years of riding now, and I haven't. Yeah, I mean it is way easier just to go and show up to the cable. You can just show up. You don't need a boat driver. You don't need anything but your wallet, and you just show up, swipe your card, and go. How do you feel like hitting 100K soon? I feel pretty hyped about it. I really want that YouTube play button. I don't really have many awards in wakeboarding or many awards at all in anything, so I think it'd be pretty special to have something like that hang on the wall or something. I don't really have much hung around the house. Bring back the wakeboarding raw videos. Maybe Corey Tunison, Steele, and Harley. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. I was actually out with Corey Tunison when I was in Australia, but it was my last day and I didn't feel like filming just because I've been doing demos every single day and I was so fried. So I just felt like chilling on the boat. But I definitely want to get one done with Corey because right now he is crushing it. Thanks for showing in Australia. I had no idea there were such good. Oh, thanks for showing Australia. I had no idea there were such good riders there. Yeah, Tom Heatley, Ben Heatley, Jakey Heatley. Those boys are ripping. There's a ton more out there ripping, but those three, their family like put me up in their house in cans, and that was super epic. And they're all ripping, so super big thanks to them. They're awesome. What do you think about wake pants and windbreakers? Um, I wore a windbreaker. Actually, I have like a neoprene jet pilot hoodie actually, but I think that's cool. Like I don't generally like follow the trends or whatever, but I think it's definitely dope, especially if you have like a wetsuit on underneath the windbreaker. So it looks like way more snow. I think it looks pretty dope. Um, some people don't really like it, but it definitely like blocks the wind from hitting your wetsuit and it keeps you a bit warmer. But it does collect water, so it has pros and cons. I'm not too much of a hater on it though. Greetings from Indonesia, Chat Dans. Wow, crazy. I didn't know anyone from there that followed it. That's pretty cool. Same O'Neill as the wetsuit brand. No, my name is actually Jack O'Neill too, so maybe I'm related somehow, but I don't think, I don't think so. Favorite grab? I'm not gonna lie. I like indie, man. Like it's just the easiest one, and it's just boom right there. I'm not like the super most stylish pokey guy, so I go for the indie. I like this big old indie tangerine line or something, maybe a melon. Those two are probably my favorite. Which company brand was your first sponsor, and how did you get it? The first company I rode for was O'Brien Wakeboards, and I was actually at like a local grassroots contest, and I looked a lot younger than I was, which is probably why the local rep picked me up. But I rode for O'Brien for 11 years before they kicked me off the team. So that was a good time. But then, yeah, I got kicked off. So yeah, bummer for them, I guess, because now we got a super ripping YouTube channel. I think the biggest one in the industry. So see you later, guys. Thanks for your answers and hype, JB. You're a legend. Have a good flight. Thanks, Raw Red Rum. I need help from Moby Dicks. I get the handle pass, but only do the first 180. I can't finish the full 360. Any tips? Thanks. All right, Christopher. So, what I think is happening to you, which I could be totally wrong because I haven't seen a video, but I think that you're probably just riding straight in the kicker and trying Moby Dick. I think it's a lot easier if you carry some speed into the kicker, so that whenever you do get the handle, you will have like a little bit of tension to help pull you all the way around. Whereas if you just jump and do a handle pass tantrum to blind, it's hard to really keep that tension going to rip yourself all the way around. But whenever you're edging harder at the kicker, it might make you think in your head that you're going to, have too much tension to handle pass, but usually it's still pretty easy to handle pass. So maybe edge a little bit harder and see if it'll help you rip it around. If you get smoked, you can just blame me if you want, but don't sue me. Will you be out on the lake when it's colder? No, we won't because I'm flying to the Philippines tomorrow for 3 months. Why did O'Brien kick you off? I got kicked off O'Brien because I would send emails to my team manager, Kobe Mikasic, quite a bit, and his wife, which was also a team manager or also a team writer, would reply to my emails, and that would just like kind of like piss me off, and I would have like that another team writer would be checking the emails I'm sending to the team manager, and we would butt heads about marketing and what's going on. I thought that the brand had like not very cool marketing, and I would just talk a lot of shit, which is what I did. And word gets around, small industry, that JB's talking shit, and before you know it, JB's kicked off. And yeah, I just didn't really see eye to eye with how that brand should have been marketed because they do make great product, but I thought that the marketing was really, really bad, and it could have been led in a different way. And yeah, I got kicked off, and then got picked up by CWB, and then Hyperlight kind of just stole me from CWB, and here we are. We're on a brand with super dope marketing, and I'm extremely happy with it. But yeah, I get kicked off O'Brien because I talked a lot of crap, really. Um, what's your favorite feature on the cable? I like just like big transfer boxes, big transfers, big gaps. That's like kind of my favorite. I'm not like super into the whole flat bar thing. I'm just not that good at that. But really do like big gaps. I'm pretty good at that stuff. What trick have you landed that you're most proud of, and what trick have you seen someone else land that you're the most impressed with? Man, there's a few that I'm proud of. I did like a half Moby Dick into a bank one time, and then I also did, or like a 270 Moby Dick into a bank one time, and I also did a Moby Dick 450 transfer. I was pretty proud of those ones. Maybe that's not like I'm the most proud of that now, but at the moment, I did this trick called a big worm 7 when I was young, like, when I was, like, 18 or so, but, it's basically a Chrome Ob 720 on the boat with, no handle pass, and, I was, like, so hyped that I landed that at the time. I honestly think it's kind of like a kooky trick now, but, like, at the moment, I was so proud that I did that. I thought that was, like, a huge turning point in wakeboarding for me, so I was the most proud for that. What's a front flip 540 called? Probably a Chromo 540, but you could do it a couple different ways to where it would have a different name. JB 2024 from Mohammed Netjahik. Yeah, maybe I could win the election. What's the hardest trick I can do? I don't really know if there's such thing as like a hardest trick. They're all kind of different, really. But the hardest one I've done, or the I don't even know if the hardest. I would say that Moby Dick 450 transfer I did would be technically the hardest trick I did, but somehow I did it on the first try. So I don't know if it was really the hardest trick. So I'm not really sure. What do you what tips do you have for landing blinds more frequently? I'd say ride blind a lot down the cable, both switch and regular. I'd also say do land blind small boxes a lot, of really small features a lot, of small kick a lot, again. So you got to kind of do it in order because if you just go sending really big and hoping you're going to land blind, it's probably not going to happen. So you need to make sure you just kind of build your way up, and then once like the hardest thing to do really is to land blind from a really high drop. So you really got to just train your way there. Are you coming to England in 2023? I think it's pretty likely. I can't give you a guarantee, but I think you got a 50-50 shot, maybe 60% shot. Yo, JB, best Cyber Monday deal you've seen. I have no idea. I really have no clue. From Ty Lorenz, how's your day, JB? Today is great. We have super good weather, but I winterized the boat yesterday. I cannot do anything today, and then I hop on my flight to Philippines tomorrow. And Airbud's gonna be a lonely, lonely boy, right, buddy? Airbud. Oh, I just answered that. But yeah, it's been pretty crappy weather the last 2 weeks. I will say, it's been really hard to make videos, but it's gonna be really easy once we go to CWC. I've been on here for 88 minutes. I'm gonna peace out. Oh wait, we got another question. What's a trick you've seen that was the most impressive? Oh man, it's hard to say. I mean, obviously Trent Stuckey does the most impressive stuff on the cable, but like Graham's done some real sketchy stuff on the winch that I just like. I don't know how he puts himself in that situation without wanting to die. It's pretty wild. He's a pretty crazy guy. He's gnarly. He can do some gnarly stuff. But Trent on the cable, I don't know. He did like no handle pass KGB 7 landing like super ultra wraps. There's all sorts of crazy things that Trent did that is mind blowing. Um, what did I say about coming to England? I say you have a pretty good odds. I think Hyperlight had been talking about it, so I think I'd say you have 50-50 odds, really, maybe 60% odds that me and Graham would probably head out there. Um, who's looking after Airbud while I'm away? My dad is. So Airbud will be staying at my dad's house. He's got a dog door there, so Airbud will have tons of fun. Do you think the 3 years of your board variations ride the same? I do not think that they ride the same. I think that all three they should ride the same, but I think that they don't. I think that the first year is the flexiest, the second year is the stiffest, and the third year is in between the two, halfway in between the two. So I probably like the third year the best. Like the first year was really flexy and really fun on rails. Like it was so flexy, but if you landed really heavy, sometimes the nose could kind of shovel and scoop, or it would like flex too much. But yeah, the second year was just a little too stiff for my liking, but you could land so heavy off the kickers and it was perfect. And then now the halfway in between is kind of what we needed, and I think it's kind of the best flex pattern it's had so far. Hello from Russia. I would read your name out loud, but the letters on your name are the most unreal thing I've ever seen. But yeah, nice to see it. I'm glad you learned from the video. Sorry for your government. No worries. I'm not judging every Russian over there. I don't think every person is bad. You know what I mean? There's definitely going to be good people over there. So nice to see you. Dang. Is there any Europe trip planned in 2023? Poland especially. Hyperlight's been talking about Poland, and they've talked to me about it a few times. So I really hope Poland happens. There's definitely trips to Europe for sure. That's gonna happen. Finding air tricks easy on the 2022 than the 2021. Sounds like I need a 2023. Yeah, I think the 2023 is the best one, really. Did pros figure out all of the air tricks already? I mean, I guess all of the pros combined would have done all of the ones ever done. So I guess. Hey, I love hyperlight boards, but the graphics are indistinctive to say the least. Do you think hyperlight could make some boards with cool graphics in the future? I don't know. I think the graphics are pretty cool. They're pretty how should I say, clean. They're very clean. They're not super wild, but I think with the Union they do the more wild graphics on the Union. Do you know what day you will be down in West Palm Beach Wake Park? It's all right if you don't know, but just wonder. Yeah, I don't know what day, but I hope I go again. Has double backflip 720 ever been done? No, but double flips with 360s have been done. Hey, are you gonna come to Lakeside Paradise again? Man, I hope so. I had a ton of fun there, and the crew I stayed with was super epic. They really made it a good time for me. All right, I've been live for 92 minutes. I'm gonna peace out. So I'll see you guys later. Stay tuned. We're going to the Philippines tomorrow. We're going to be at CWC every day for the next 3 months. Lots of videos coming your way. I am behind at the moment. I have a pit bike video coming up in a couple days, maybe some wake skating in 2 days, and then I have a pretty long interview with me coming, and then after that we should be every second day forever in CWC, or every second day for 3 months. So we'll be out at CWC pumping out those videos. We'll see you guys soon. You guys are the best. Thank you for staying tuned. 93 minutes live. So that was my first live ever. Hopefully I didn't do too bad, but yeah, peace out. Hope you all have a good one.